Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Okana, your friendly model axolotl. Welcome, welcome. Wow, Mare. Oh, we're experiencing a little bit of lag. Mare and Melon, very nice. Mare got first, Melon got second. Thank you for checking in, you two. I don't know why my model's lagging. It should be better. It just lagged for a moment. I don't know. It's smooth now. Weird. OBS, what are you doing? Mare got a potion of Riz. Melon got a potion of good eyesight. Very nice. I might need that. How are you guys today? We just came back from about a 1 week hiatus and also my birthday. Yeah, I fell sick during my birthday week, which isn't new for me. It's kind of a trend at this point. Almost every year, without fail, I fall sick leading up to my birthday, and it's awful. But I'm glad to be here right now. And also, in the past week, I've been working on the Discord server, which is officially live. So, actually, let me edit the stream info. Because now we have a Discord command and people can join, which I think is great because Twitch doesn't always do a great job of pinging people, and live notifications can come up like 20 minutes after I've actually gone live, which isn't ideal if you want to redeem the top 3 spots. So the Discord ping is a lot more reliable. It goes up almost immediately, I think. Like, I'm checking the Discord right now. It went up like a few seconds after I clicked go live. So that's really good. I think that will ensure that people can just Oh, interesting, interesting, interesting. Oh, something's going on in Discord. Permissions, permissions. Let me see. Ah, yes. Can't send images. I... They should be able to. They... Okay, it'll fixed it. Never mind. One of us, one of us. Hello, pretty familiar lady. Hello, Vapor. How are you doing? And you got third. Thank you. Checking in. Got a potion of rapid healing. That's very nice. Okay, Ailes settled the thing in the server. Interesting. Cool. Ailes fixed it. Everything's good. Thank you, Ale. You're probably not watching because it's like... I don't think you're free right now, but thank you, Ale. Ale got me. Anyway. How have you guys been? I've been good, but I've also wanted to play Ace Attorney because, I don't know, I'm fixated on this game, this entire franchise. I really enjoy playing it because it's something about it, chat. Something about it scritches my brain really good. It's how all the clues click together so satisfyingly most of the time. Sometimes it doesn't, but a lot of the time it does. Let's jump in. This is the new day, March 22, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. On guard. Eh, what was his voice? Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Chottomate. Who's Adrian? Oh, the assistant, right? Manager. Mane-san. I don't know if Adrian did it. Because, okay. So to recap on this case, Maya's been kidnapped by someone who wants us to call the Killer. And we've seen the Killer, and it's no one here. It's a guy that looks kind of like a butler with a huge scar. Hey Aquis, thank you for the lurk. So Maya's been kidnapped by the Killer, and the Killer wants us to defend Matt on guard to get a full acquittal. That's what's been happening in the past couple episodes. The thing is, I don't see a motive. The Killer is a Matt on guard fan? Why would he get framed then? I don't get it. Dude, no way! That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? What about that is ambiguous, on guard? What about that is ambiguous, Matt? I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Having a good evening? I am. I have a matcha latte with me that I made, so everything's going great. Hey Kuva, welcome. Thanks for checking in. Potion of polymorph, very nice. Aquis, if you can hear me, you can check in and get your potion. Don't forget to do that. There we go. Potion of water. That's a sign, Aquis. Stay hydrated. Liquid cool your systems. Yummy, yes. Real water drinkers know that not all water tastes the same. My least favorite, Dasani. It tastes plasticky, if you can say that. I don't know. I don't have a strong preference for bottled water. I drink tap water because in Singapore, tap water is fine. Huh? Water all tastes the same? No, water does not taste the same, Melon. I will die on this hill. Real legends drink tap water. Exactly. Water is water. I disagree. Respectfully, Melon, I disagree. I mean, I have a water filtration system, but it does run from the tap. But as far as bottled water goes, I don't have a strong preference, but I just don't like Dasani. It tastes bad. It tastes weird. And it tastes like, you know when you have a cup of water sitting on your nightstand overnight and then you drink it in the morning and something's just wrong with it? Yeah, it tastes like that to me. I drink straight from the tap. I like how the minerals taste. Mineral. It looks like two different parties are at play in this case, chat. Someone's trying very hard to frame Matt, and someone's trying very hard to not frame Matt and ensure his innocence. So I don't know. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze. Alright? I don't don't think you can say that about yourself, Matt. I think that's something that people have to say about you, and you can't just claim that, Matt. I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. Uh-huh. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Mia! Mia possessed Pearl again. We must get a complete acquittal today. I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Oh. It's him. This is Wright. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. The day of the trial, huh? Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. You didn't feed her, that's why. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Yeah, Discord server notification is working. I was so afraid it wasn't gonna send. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait! Damn it. The kidnapper sent me a present? It's the lawyer dude? Who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Okay. I feel straight shame for not even getting third. I was too busy trying to figure out how to use a mesh net for a really obscure Pokemon program for a stream this week. It's okay, Letty. We're glad you're here. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and the defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Who are we going against? Hey, yo? No Von Karma today? Oh, we scared her. So kind of you to give others a chance to win today, Letty. Dad. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I did. Yes, Letty, you're so generous. Hold on, let me look at the evidence. What's this again? The camera. Right. Attempted suicide report, crime photo, murder scene. This is gonna be relevant somehow. I don't know how it's gonna be relevant, but I feel it in my bones, chat. Guitar case. Water on the guitar case. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor, please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Prosecutor Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? 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 Yeah, that's my reaction, huh? Von Karma got what now? Shot? Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. Oh. They better not kill Von Karma. Why? You want hot woman to live, Melon? Is that it? His present? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. Yeah, and I beat her twice. Says the Kafka lover. Yeah, and... Kafka is not 18 years old. If she were to disappear, I can still beat Von Karma. She's like Maya's age, man. It would be to your advantage. This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. She's alive and in stable condition. That's good. That's good. Phew. You're... I thought he'd show up. I knew it! Your Honor. Due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. Yo, Edgy is back? Listen to that music, that self-righteous, pompous music. The prosecution is ready, naturally. Oh yeah, he's back! He's back, chat! Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Hey yo! Shot in the right shoulder just like her dad? I'm sorry? That's diabolical. Whoever did that to her, that's diabolical. Injuring her the same way her father was injured, that's crazy, chat. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. See, Edgeworth couldn't wait to get back in court with Wright. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. What? Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Detective Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct, for now. Man, poor Gumshoe. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. No, you got fired, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. His first name is Dick, yes. His first name is, in fact, Dick. Probably Richard, but you know, the game does him dirty. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah. It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. Damn, Phoenix knows Edgeworth is going to be rough. You can't tell me that the game devs and the script writers don't ship these two. Come on. You with dialogue like this? With dialogue like this? The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. What's your answer to these unnecessary feelings, Edgeworth? Right, back to the case. Stop flirting, Phoenix. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corridor, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the case of the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. Yeah, no, he pitched forward and landed on an upright steak knife? Butter knife? No, that's not butter knife. Steak knife. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the emptied guitar case. However, we later found that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. The way he's saying that makes me think it has something to do with the murder. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Bare facts of the case. Hey, could you give me, like, a more precise time? Could you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Thank you, Phoenix! Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m. and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Okay, between 8 and 8:30. Gotcha. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Okay. It's found dead. Who? Adrian found, right? The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Matt on Guard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Snap out of it. Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. Lock in, Judge! Lock in! When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. And that's when she found the victim's body? After looking at cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered. I don't have the case file yet. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Carter was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Ah, my bad. My bad. From the picture, it sure looked that way. Take a good, hard look at the crime photo. Uh-huh. Now, a real pro's attention would have been drawn here to this bandana. Oh, he was choked to death. Okay, strangulation. Banana. His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Ah, yes, I see. A banana-scented bandana. Then, what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Autopsy report. Time of death, 8:15. Very convenient. Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. And there isn't? And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The Jammy Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. I fully thought it should be electric, but you know what? This is Neo Old Tokyo or something. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? You're not supposed to theorize, Judge. That's my duty. A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but... The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? Oh, we're gonna get hit by ads in about a minute. I see. So much for my theory then. My game theory. Guitar case bears Carter's fingerprints. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. How do you find that out? What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Then why was the case there? Huh? What? Okay. Well then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. Okay. The victim, Juan Carter, had apparently only taken the case with him. Sir. He brought an empty case? Okay, it wasn't empty. It had to have something. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. I have a feeling it had something else. It wasn't empty, you know? Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. The more they say this, the more suspicious I am. I believe that is enough. We will be taking a break. First, the victim was... Okay, we'll take a break. You know what? Let me play some music. Yeah. Wow. And I'll take a water break. So, I definitely think the guitar case has something to do with it. Firstly, if your entire shtick is having your guitar with you, you would know if a case is empty because you bring the guitar case around with you with the guitar, you know? So something has to have been in the case. Hmm. So if someone's trying to frame on guard, frame Matt, that's the person who probably stabbed him post-mortem after death, you know, and then stole the button thing. I think Adrian is suspicious. I think Adrian's suspicious, but I don't think she's the killer because that would be too easy, I guess. She could very well be, but I think it's a little easy, you know, because she was introduced so early, which would have been the case for like the first game, you know? But I don't know. I'm not very convinced. Because mm, cuz was dating Adrian was dating Corda so that she could get more information on her deceased senpai Celeste impacts. So if Adrian wanted more information, she would want him alive, you know? Unless Corda was the reason that Celeste offed herself. Welcome back, everyone. Let's continue, shall we? Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Yes, that's the... I think someone else stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? The music's a little loud. I'll stop it. Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Matt on guard and one corridor were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja costume and was found in Mr. Angard's Hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over this knife. Okay, so maybe it is Andrews, actually. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. No, he bought it for dinner, Gumshoe. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty easily, sir. Hmm. 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 Man, Gatewater is engraved. It means it's not. He didn't buy the knife. It's provided by the hotel. What are you talking about, Gumshoe? And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? Jammin' Ninja's button added to the court record. Matt on guard is a lot of things, but he ain't no killer, cause he needs to talk to his manager for literally everything. He couldn't pull this off himself, right? All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Nuh-uh. Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet? Right? Why are you so annoying now? What happened to you in that 1 year, Idris? Why are you back to your annoying self? I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. Yes, you can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. I'm sorry? Wright wants to find a hole. And Idris wants him to press hard. Hey yo. You're the killer, I'm not the killer, Oopa. But welcome. You can check in if you want. Get your daily potion. Yoink! Oh, Mare has stolen my nose. Yep. Thanks. Thanks, Mare. For some reason. Wow. Yep. Yep. Thanks, Mare. Uh-huh. Why arrest on guard? Okay, this music will play. Hold on. Man on guard and Juan Corridor were huge rivals with each other. That they were, but I don't... It was like a friendly rival, wasn't it? I don't think they hated each other. Hold on. Ripped from the costume, covered in Carter's blood. But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Corridor was always one step behind Mr. On Guard and everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Corridor lost the Grand Prix in the end. That's too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. What are you gonna say? Nothing to say? Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Carter in the popularity polls. Well, Yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective? It's not, well... I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive.
Objection!
Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. Not you too. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, that's... I look forward to your pension negotiations. No! Now, detective, let's continue with the testimony. Poor Gumshoe, man. No! Not my poor pension, too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? There's a Jammin' Ninja's button. Do you have any proof that the button belonged to the victim? That was such a weak question, right? Lock in, Phoenix! Huh? What do you mean, pal? Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Huh? Can't you tell just by looking at it? Lock in, Phoenix! What's wrong with you? Horrible, horrible. And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared the blood on afterwards. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir. Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now, to reel this one in. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Damn it. How was I supposed to know? I didn't have that information. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. It was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja costume and was found in Mr. On Guard's Hakama. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corridor. And when we did a search on them all, that's when we found the button. Oh, Matt, someone's trying to frame you. I don't know who has it out for you, but someone really wants you to go away for a long time. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what's he trying to say about me here? The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. Okay. I'm gonna press. How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? I guess? Yeah. Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. I I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Yeah, that's why he's losing his job, apparently. Thomas, were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. On the blade, Edgeworth? Are you saying they were on the blade too? Huh? Jeez, how pedantic can you be? There is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So is the defendant the owner of this knife then? The defendant bought the knife for the crime. No, he did not. It says Gatewater. Yeah. Objection! That's what I said earlier. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument is that this was a premeditated murder. It is simply that my client bought the knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Exactly. Finally, Phoenix. Something sensible from you. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh? It has Gatewater. It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is very big. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? Don't you nuh-uh me. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough to realize this. But I didn't know. Oh! Gumshoe! No! The question is, where did this knife come from? Well, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Carter's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. Yeah, the victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. Yep, that's a knife. There is a knife and fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from? Man. If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. Yep. Especially what was on top of his table. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? The investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Unguard's knife was missing. But the knife isn't the murder weapon, though. Like, sure, it was used to stab Juan, But it didn't kill him. Miss Songard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Nuh-uh! That wasn't the murder weapon! Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. It seems like Mr. Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps. I just walked headlong into it. Yeah, and you didn't let me help, Phoenix. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. I don't like that. Why is the boss music playing? We're just gonna save there. Just gonna evidence not yet shown? It means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. Thanks, Mia. Thanks. I definitely didn't know the meaning of that. Jeez. I meant, tell me what to show. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well... Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. Yeah, he always does. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat, and Maya will never see the light of day again. Mr. Wright, you have something important and necessary to present to this court, do we? My, ticket, no. They know about the guitar already, because Gumshoe mentioned it. Wine glass? I think it's the wine glass, right? Actually, I do. Well, good thing I saved. There is one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. Why are you like this? You're supposed to be impartial, Judge. However, I am giving you one chance and only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. Is this like an instant game over scenario? They're really oh, it's an instant game over. Oh no. We now present one and only one piece of evidence. Good thing I saved. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show the court? I really hope it's this wine glass. I really hope it's his wine glass.
Take that!
Please? This is a wine glass. Is it not? Oh, he doesn't know about this. That's a good sign. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. This scene is a huge mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were, at one point, sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. The killer just likes to drink. It's full of tomato juice, which is an absolutely unhinged choice of juice, but okay. Well, what do you all have to say? Ah, well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. Ha ha ha. Judge, please don't end the game. Ha ha. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth? What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. You don't need my opinion.